Welcome back to Bachelor Buzz, the best place to come for recaps on your favorite reality TV dating show and the latest in Bachelor Nation news. It is Bachelor in Paradise.
Woo! Finally.
Woo! We're your hosts.
We've missed you.
All right, Julia. Finally.
Yes, I'm so excited. I love Bachelor in Paradise. We've talked about that so much before. It's like I've always liked it more than The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. So when it was gone last year, I was so sad. But this year it's back. And like when I heard about it, I mean, I was a little bit of a naysayer. In private, I was telling you right now, I was like, I'm not excited about it. I mean, I think I kept it together for our recaps and all the stuff we talked about, but like I just was very wary about it. I was thinking like this is gonna be, just too much I guess like just too different from the original. And I love the original.
Yeah.
But I mean, this was a pleasant surprise. I was really happy. I loved it. How did you feel, Arena? Did you like it?
Oh my gosh, I loved it. I loved that they are at a really nice resort because I don't feel like you need to put them in dire conditions to do this show.
No.
I think that's unnecessary.
Yeah, these people are adults. Like
Yes,
they're not teens, especially
right?
with the Goldens. I think that they did maybe listen to us, but it's like they had to step it up for the Goldens. They couldn't do both.
Yeah.
So maybe that was their main like motivation. I don't know.
Yeah, and I
But
think also just changing, I think their executive producer changed and some other people changed, so they brought fresh ideas and newness and just kind of combined what I feel are some aspects of other reality TV dating shows that are popular into The
that,
Bachelor, so to make it more
yeah.
up to date.
I mean, it was I again, we have other shows. There's competitors. Love Island is just what it screamed to
Yes.
me. I'm actually not a huge fan of Love Island, but I do think like the way it's produced is entertaining.
Yeah.
I like the setting and like their activities they do. I just overall, I'm just not, I don't know, it just doesn't click with me.
Yeah.
But I think that Bachelor in Paradise, like they took a breather, they took a moment to assess like the actual culture. What do people want?
Mhm.
We want more. We want more like craziness,
Yeah.
Like Bachelor in Paradise is supposed to be the crazy side of the Bachelor. And like this is, I think, what most of the viewers have wanted. Like, I think it's just really fun. And it's like less corny too. It's
Yeah.
a little bit more fun and like unserious rather than corny. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the production value was just so amazing,
Much better.
so modern, so detailed, like so much effort put into it.
So much effort. It's like they took something that was just kind of getting by and
Hmm.
totally revamped it. And like
Yeah.
you said, their choices in terms of filming it and just introducing people that came like a little later, whether it was later in the day or the next day or something, was awesome. And
Yeah.
I just really appreciated it. I loved that, the people they chose, I think is a good mix of people.
Hmm.
Also kind of like really intrigued by the couples that have come together. Cause I
I
kind of didn't
know.
see well, Dale
Oh my God.
and Kat. I saw Dale liking Kat. Like I felt like he
Yes, that
liked
was like
her.
leaked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like just even outside of that, I felt like she's a type he would be into. And so I wasn't surprised about that. But like the fact that Brian, and I know we're gonna get into it, but like I just want to get into it. Like,
Oh my God, Brian and Zoe.
what? Like I was so
What?
I
I like Zoe, but like
yeah,
I did not get there was this point we're going at. I mean, it's not really like the
yeah.
chronology, the way
Yeah.
that
We're not gonna do it
guys
this
also
time.
remember this is our first time doing Bachelor in Paradise recap.
Yeah.
This was a 3-hour episode. We are
Oh
not going to get everything.
gosh, guys.
I don't think we're really going to get into the chronology of it. If you
Yeah.
listen to our last episode, you already know who's in, or like some of the people who are in it. But yeah, I guess we could just talk about some of the couples.
Yes, please.
Spoiler alert, we're going to talk about the couples.
Okay. We're gonna
But yes, so like with Zoe, they had one they had an activity. It was like a compatibility thing, which is very Love Island, very Are You the One kind of thing. I really liked it. It was quotes from each person, a few quotes, and they had to go around and either put a heart or like a red flag,
Yeah.
like a whatever, do not agree with
Yeah.
sign on the quote or on the person. And they didn't know who the person was who said it. And like, I don't know. I mean, Zoe wrote like I'm only into guys under 5'7" and taller than 6'5"
Yeah.
or something.
But I don't think she meant it the
She
way
didn't
it
mean it,
sounded.
but people were so confused. But then I was just like, all right, Brian's tall. Maybe she was being serious. Like he was tall. She wanted a tall guy. She did say that.
But he put like a
He
he
put the X on it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
And then she was
mean,
like, he's shallow. But it's like, what are you talking about? You do not like someone who's under 5'7". I'm sorry. You don't. Like, no, Zoe, come on.
she is so tall.
Let's
She is so
see.
tall.
I want to see someone walk in who's under 5'7" now and see if she puts her money where her mouth is.
Well,
Sorry, Zoe.
that, like, I guess if she comes across a short king and he has the confidence to approach her, that then she's interested because she
Yeah,
appreciates that.
maybe.
But it was confusing. I was confused by it, and even Brian was like, "That's like everyone on the show."
Everyone on the show. Like that's and it's
So
also
no,
like a huge that's like almost a foot
so funny.
difference.
Of like
Like
average height for
there's
men.
literally 10 inches difference. Like
Yeah,
how are you gonna discount all that?
confused.
Anyways, like I like the sentiment, and yes, I agree with you. Like it the sentiment is that she's like not judging. You
Yeah,
know, she's fine with a short king, which
yeah.
yes, please, short kings are definitely where it's at. But yeah, that thing just was like funny to me because I was like, well, honestly, Brian is one of the tallest guys there. So
No, he is
but
right.
when Dale walked in,
I
he
mean,
had
Dale's
some
like 6'5", right?
competition. Yeah. I don't know how tall Dale
He's,
is.
yeah, I don't know how tall he actually is, but he is tall, and it was so funny.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
moving on to Dale and Kat. It was so
Talk
funny.
about it.
Dale came in,
He's
and
6'3".
all of the women were like, oh,
The men also, they were all just like, damn,
yeah, like they were like, he's
Dale,
amazing. He's like these beautiful
a
eyes,
man.
tall. He's like strong. Like he just waltzes in, and
Hmm.
everyone is just like,
That
like,
man,
oh,
yeah,
man.
he
So,
definitely is a little bit above the rest in some ways.
and he's
But he
mature.
also is a sweet guy as far
Mature.
as we can see. He's mature, you know. He has kind of a strange journey on Bachelor, you know, leaving with Claire and then it not working out. He wasn't ready, you know, come on. That was so long ago. And now he's
So sad.
36. The man is
Yeah.
ready. And even Kat is like, she's like low key funny. She was like, I like older guys
Yeah.
because they have less testosterone.
Yeah.
They're tired.
Less
I
energy.
want tired. They're not
You
running
like it, a
around.
guy that's low energy, like less energy.
Uh-huh.
She's hilarious. She is
Yeah,
actually
she is
hilarious
really
because she's
funny.
so honest. That's what I also.
Yeah.
She's not doing it to be like, this is, this is literally what this woman thinks, and that's what makes
Hmm.
her entertaining for sure. But yeah, her and Dale, they
They
talk.
were cute.
Yeah, they were cute. They went on their date on the yacht and,
Hmm.
they were very, they have chemistry.
It
They
seemed really easy.
very easy.
I, you know, watching him with the other girls talking, Zoe, fine
Yeah.
conversation. It wasn't really like
Wasn't mind blowing.
amazing, but
Yeah.
it wasn't bad. But like, oh, Alex,
Uh,
Alex, the
so
SLP.
awkward.
Oh, girl, she is a cutie, but she really needs to like take a breather, especially with hot guys like Dale. Like I don't know. I mean, she definitely
She's
was a
coming
little
from South
struck.
Carolina. He's
Yeah,
like, or from South Dakota. She's like, oh no, wait, no, no.
South
Like she
Carolina.
still kept going with it.
Yeah, it was just she was like, "You're not from South Dakota." He's like, "Yes, I am." She's like, "Are you joking?" I was like, "You're from Canada. How
Right.
would you even know like the difference?
Sometimes
Whatever. I don't even know the
she
difference."
says things that I feel like, and that's her. And I'm not, Alex, if you're listening, like I'm not judging it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it though because I feel like sometimes I would be putting like my foot in my mouth or maybe talking, saying things
yeah.
I
It's
could.
just like slow down. You know,
Yeah,
sometimes it's just like
Yeah.
Whew, I don't know. It's just a little hard to watch that. And she did it with Jonathan too. Like it was just kind of like, girl, like I don't know.
Yeah.
Breathe. You're good. You are cute. You are smart. You're gonna get a guy. Like,
They
don't
like
worry. And
you.
honestly, if I were her, I'd have been like, you know what, Dale, this ain't working. I gotta go.
Right?
I'm too
Yeah.
nervous around you. Like, this is not. I
We're
gotta
good.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, Alex, we can talk about who she was interested in. She was interested in Jonathan
Mhm.
and who?
Ricky.
Ricky?
Yes.
Ricky.
Ricky, who went home night one on Jen's
This poor guy.
season. He's a
Yeah,
baseball player, I believe.
I
And
know.
he was there to hopefully not go home night one. Unfortunately, he went roseless
Yeah.
again. They
Once
had
again.
physical chemistry for sure. They were,
Hmm.
but
I was kind of rooting for him
I
because, like, I always like the underdog, but at the same time, between him and Jonathan getting Rose, I'm rooting for Jonathan. We love him. He's a sweetheart.
here's the thing with Jonathan. I don't have anything against him, but I don't know if he's really looking for
Mm,
that
I see that.
serious long term yet. Yet.
Yeah.
Because he's still young. He's in his 20s. And
Yeah.
I
And
feel
he's
like,
so charismatic.
yeah,
He's
like,
just trying to have fun. I
yeah,
kind of agree with you.
thing.
I
And
feel
that's
like with
okay.
Jen, he could have gotten there,
Yeah.
but she
But he just
let up.
wasn't
She fumbled up.
there.
But that's okay. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
it's okay.
okay. And Alex is 28, I think she said.
28. Hmm.
Yeah, so she is because women, most often are more mature ready for that relationship. And so I think that maybe an older guy comes in to the beach, that will
Hmm.
be a really nice thing for her.
She
But
needs someone who will like mellow her out a little bit, but still have fun with her.
yeah,
Trying to think if there's anyone there who like I think she would hit it off with. Honestly, I I think she just needs to be there longer, meet more guys, you know.
yes.
Um, there are a lot of other couples though. Like, what are like maybe we could talk about like a couple that surprised you. Are there any other couples that surprised you? Oh wait, you're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
I was a little surprised by Bailey and Jeremy.
Hmm.
So Jeremy, once again, I'm going to say I have nothing against him because I don't know these people personally. I don't know anything about them.
Hmm.
However, I feel like I don't know. I don't know how I feel
I
about this. I
mean, I wanted to like root for him. I don't really know the guy Kyle. I just remember Jeremy was the dark horse in Jen's season. You know, he came out towards the end and we were like, wow, we like this guy. He's a good guy. But in the what are they called? ITMs? Or how quick I forget. In the ITMs, he was mentioning multiple times, I just want to stay and meet more girls. I want to meet more girls, blah, blah, blah. I just want to see what happens. Like, oh my God, I'm so mad that she ended up choosing him. So guys, there was a love triangle between her and Jeremy from Jen's season, and then Kyle Howard. I didn't remember him. But was he on Jen's season? Let's see.
Kyle was on Katie Thurston's season, and I
Oh
think he
wow,
went
throwback.
home night
Hmm.
one. Yes, and he's in his 30s too.
Yes, you're right, Katie Thurston. So yeah, like he hasn't really had much of a chance, but he was so cute and so sweet. And I
So,
told my husband when we were watching, I was like, it was like the right before the rose ceremony, and I told my husband, I was like, this is the time he needs to pull it out. He needs to do a grand gesture, do something to make her realize like it's him. He
yeah,
did nothing.
um,
Sorry.
and I can guarantee
He
you
and Spencer, they both need like
oh,
these love triangles. Why the hell aren't you doing more,
what's
guys?
going on. I know,
They
even
should be
Jess.
fighting.
I don't want to skip to Jess just yet because I have things about
Yes,
Kyle,
we
but
have a
like
lot.
even with Jess saying that neither guy, Spencer or Sam, were
I
really
wish she called them out.
going for it. Like
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you can't just sit there and be like, it's one thing to be like, do your thing and I support you. It's another thing to be like,
Yeah. I think that
do
what
something.
it needs to be is like,
Show her.
hey, I know you're interested in that guy, but like, I'm still interested in
Yeah.
you. And like, I want to spend time with you right now and I want to talk to you more. Let's go
Kiss
walk on the beach.
her.
Like, it doesn't have to be
Kiss
this whole
her.
competition thing, but like, if she's not talking to the other guy, you should be talking to her and doing something.
I feel like
Oh,
Kyle was
these
so sweet, but
guys.
yeah, he was just letting it slip away because he needed to do that. Like you said, the grand gesture. I think, first of all, not first of all, but one of the things he should have kissed her because he saw Jeremy kissing her, and that's part of what drew her more to Jeremy. Jeremy
Hmm.
was like, they were making
Wait,
out.
you mean Sam?
Well,
Wait,
no, oh, I was
who are we
still
talking about?
about Bailey and
Okay, Bailey. Yes,
Kyle. Yeah,
sorry.
sorry, it was a good
Skipped ahead.
back.
I got confused. Okay, yes.
Going back
Exactly.
to
Kyle versus
Kyle
Bailey versus
and
Jeremy. Yes,
yeah.
continue.
And I feel like that was impressive for her. And she got to see how we kissed. And that's important too, guys. Obviously, the
Jeremy
physical,
is definitely more
um,
forward.
forward. Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect word. Forward. Kyle, I just was like, oh, but you know what? I was also thinking if she had chosen Kyle, which I'm glad she went with her heart. That's not,
Hmm.
I'm not commenting on that. You should always try to go with your heart. But I
Yeah.
feel like Kyle would have been like just with her. And
Yeah. She
anyone
would have
else
been
came
sucked
in,
in.
he may have looked, but he would not have been like Jeremy, who, like you said earlier, was just kind of like, oh, there's, more girls are gonna come. Like, I'm glad I got the rose. Mm.
You know who she should have picked?
Oh,
Hakeem. Not that she would have, she wasn't into him, but
not
he
at all.
was head over heels
Oh
for
my
her.
gosh.
He didn't even talk to her yet. And he's like, she's the one. Oh
Yes.
my God. He sent her a note. What did that note even say? It was like, I request you to meet me.
Oh
I
no.
have the carbon copy. Oh man, it was such an airball. Oh, Hakeem, I really wanted you to do better. But yeah, he went after a girl he had never spoken to. No
No.
vibes established. And
She's
then
done
she
drunk.
wasn't into it.
Yeah.
And like it was just so he was just like
Poor Hakeem.
shooting his shot to
Yeah.
everybody before the rose ceremony. It was so sad.
Yeah. But
And
I
then he
feel
went
like
home.
he'll
But like
find
if
his
she had picked
person
him, she definitely would have stayed another week,
for
another
sure.
couple weeks.
Um, Hakeem, like he's gonna find his person outside of this nation. That's
Yeah.
it's gonna happen more organically in daily life and
Yeah.
not through Bachelor Nation. Because literally we have not seen any romantic redemption for him whatsoever.
It's
People like
yeah.
him as a friend, but
Yeah.
no one has shown that interest. And it's sad because he's such a nice guy. I feel like he's such a nice guy. Didn't really understand that
Hmm.
argument with Ricky, but he's such a nice guy.
That was the strangest interaction.
Yeah,
He like got mad at Ricky for saying that his like quote was vanilla.
yeah,
And it's like, okay, yeah, I might be like, it's not vanilla.
yeah,
Shut up, you know?
yeah.
But he like was shouting across the room at him about it. They were shouting to each other for like 10 minutes and everyone was sitting there just like, this is like not not important, guys. Like get a room, you know?
Yeah.
It was so weird and it was just like a turn off for everyone. I think um Alex was turned off by Ricky at that point. She was like, you
Mhm.
know, nobody was gonna give Hakeem a chance after that, you know.
Yeah.
It sucked. But anyways, I mean, again, some people just aren't
It's it's
it's
okay.
not their journey
Yes,
in
exactly. Love
paradise.
that. And they always like to say journey on this show. So that is
Journey.
perfect.
Hmm.
Everyone's journey is different. And for Hakeem, he is such a nice guy, but I feel like that one for him is going to be out there in the real world outside of this reality TV show.
And I
Um,
hope same for Ricky, you know.
yes,
I mean, maybe
Ricky,
he'll be in paradise again sometime,
maybe.
but
Hey, we don't know because we have seen repeats, right?
hmm.
We haven't even got to that couple. Okay, so
Yes. I know. Who should we talk about next? Oh, well, I'll
oh,
talk about
yeah.
one that surprised me.
Oh, oh.
Lexi and Justin Glazer.
Mhm.
Lexi, gorgeous,
Sexy, so
reserved, protecting her heart, protecting her, you know, health. Remember, she has endometriosis
Mhm.
that came out during Joey's season.
Yeah.
She basically told him she probably can't have kids. And it was a big conversation, you know, but it was such an important one. And she gained so many followers and just like support through that, which like it was amazing. And she's an amazing woman. She started her own dating
Mhm.
company,
Yeah.
which is so cool. And it's in real life dating.
Yes.
So again, kind of just like she's doing her own thing. She's
Mhm.
awesome. Anyways, like so that's her. And then we see Justin, who's like straight up influencer.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
crazy, silly guy, funny, older, mature-ish. I don't know. I'm still a little bit on the fence about if I trust if he's like really capable, not just because of his recent breakup with Susie, but last time he was on Paradise, I didn't have a great impression of him. I thought he was a little bit controlling and like jealous, you know.
Yeah. I didn't see that
So,
season yet, but I
yeah.
need to. But I know he was in a love triangle, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who it was. I'm gonna look it up.
It was Eliza was the girl. I don't remember the
Yes.
guy though. It was a guy from, I don't know which season he was from.
Um, Justin Rodney. And
Rodney,
she ended up
right?
with Rodney.
Because Rodney was on Michelle's season. Justin was on Katie Thurston's. Oh yeah, so that makes sense because Eliza was on Clayton's season. That was all around the same time. So,
Yeah, you know.
and now
Heard
Eliza
him.
is engaged to be married, by the way, guys, to someone who's outside of Bachelor
Yes.
Nation. So she's
So
happy.
exciting. Yeah, she's good.
Yeah.
But okay, so like, yeah, I was a little wary about him. And then like, I mean, he just broke up. Well, not just, but like he and Susie
Like
from
one, just,
Clayton's season were
the winner.
dating. Yeah, they were dating for a long time. They were like a little Instagram couple. They were so cute, so funny. Like she was so funny. Like I didn't realize how
Oh,
funny she
sweet.
was until she started dating him.
Yeah.
They broke up, but it seems like they ended things on a positive note. We don't really know. At first second, I thought we might get some tea spilled because she was talking. Who was it? It was like I think I wrote it down. Lexi was talking, I don't know, to one of the girls, and they were like, "Oh, you know, things are good though." They were like friends.
Yeah, that's what
So,
he said.
but
That's how they ended. Yeah. And they were best friends before that. So it was a
yeah, they were.
serious relationship.
But the real tea is that she is coming on Bachelor in Paradise later in the season.
Oh, the trailer, guys. I
The
am
trailer.
so excited. So
Oh
many
my
people.
God.
I was like, oh my
It
gosh,
was,
oh my gosh.
I know. I'm so excited. And then there was like a huge twist at the end. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Yeah.
Let's talk more about the couples. Anyways, so Lexi and Justin, he came in late. He felt really awkward. He's the only one or the oldest one there.
Until
And
Dale came.
thankfully, Jesse, yeah, and Jesse gave him a date card. And he's like, awesome. He talked to the girls. He picked Lexi, who again, like I wouldn't have matched them together.
Yeah.
But first thing she said when she saw him was like, finally a man is here.
Yeah.
Like the vibe, there was chemistry right away. So that was great. I loved that for them. But I feel like it's gonna sizzle.
Yeah.
Fizzle.
Oops,
Fizzle.
fizzle.
I feel like it's gonna fizzle because that night the rain, she got all dressed up and ready to go, and then he's like, "Sorry, it's raining. We can't do our date."
And do something else.
Boy, figure something else out. Like,
do something.
Order some
Take
like room service.
Yeah, and
Sit in the lobby.
They could get another room.
There's a hotel bar. Like,
just.
oh my God, I was so annoyed by that. I was like, okay, like we're back on your bullshit.
They
like
didn't need it for that. Like
back on like immature shit. No, take her on a date, figure it out. And then he's like, you know, I'm gonna make it up to you. And it's like the next day, Sunny, I didn't see him make any moves. Ugh, that made me pissed. I was like, great. I was like, Lexi, do something else. Find another guy. But she picked him.
I totally forgot they had a one-on-one because it took so long. I was
know.
Like, right. When they finally showed it, I was like, oh yeah.
Did they actually do something?
They did do something, but it was like, I don't even remember.
I don't remember it. Let me
I don't
look
remember
at my
what
notes.
they did. They got into like a pool or hot tub or something, and they sat out like
that was them. Yes, you're right. But no, that's like they sat in front of a pool and then they went into the pool.
Yeah, and they got into it and they kissed. Okay, on to the next one.
So that was
Lexi, I hope for so much for you because you're beautiful.
I know.
Do what you want. So wait for more guys to come in. Maybe we'll get to see some more.
Or maybe Justin will step up. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
Justin
hoping
can
that maybe
step
she
up.
can bring the maturity out of him.
And it's going to be interesting with Susie there. Susie.
Oh my God. She definitely makes a connection. Did we see who she makes a connection with? I don't know if I clocked it.
I didn't, yeah.
Me neither. Okay. Any other
Um,
couples? Okay, we might as well just talk about.
all six couples. So we talked about Zoe and Brian. We talked about Dale and Kat. We talked about Bailey and Jeremy. We talked about Lexi and Justin. We talked about Jess and Spencer a little.
No, we have to come back to that one
We have to
though.
come back to
That's the
what's
one.
the last? There was six.
Alex and Jonathan.
Right. Oops.
Yeah, we already talked about that one. So the last one we got to talk about is Jess, and oh my God, our girl. She is like
I
killing
love this
it.
for
She's
her.
like the hot
Yes, she
commodity.
deserves it. She
I
deserves the
know.
attention she
Also, I love her hair color now. She went darker. It's like she's tan, her eyes look more blue or green or whatever, and like she just looks great.
okay.
So right off the bat, Spencer, our golden
Oh,
retriever,
I know
likes her, and like they seriously hit it off so much.
so much. She loves how
Okay.
he talks, and because some of the other girls were like, he's a yapper. Like Alex was like, yeah, in front of him, which I thought was a little not nice. I just, if someone is a yapper and they're just excited, I tend not to say anything.
She's a yapper,
Yes,
calling the
right?
kettle black. Anyways.
But yeah, like Jess loved everything about him. She loves him
hmm
just the way he is. He loves
They
just
loved each other's
who he is.
quotes, which was
Yeah.
cute.
They've had kind of similar or, people cheating on them in the past with a serious relationship. We
hmm
all know with Spencer, unfortunately, we heard about this in Jen's season. He was
Yeah.
engaged to be married and they were so close to the wedding day and he finds her like journal because this girl journaled a lot and comes to find out she's totally with another guy. So, and then we know with Jess, she's
Crazy.
talked about her experience in the past on Joey's season of The Bachelor, where she said she had been cheated on, and then she took the guy back, and he continued to cheat on her.
Yeah.
So,
Both of them, have been hurt, but they were not the ones who cheated. And like that just, that's green flags. They get each other.
mhm,
And like it just makes me feel like they both have done the work
yeah.
to be in that place to find someone. So I'm definitely Team Spencer, Team Jess, but of course, we
Sam,
heard a little
amazing,
vroom
amazing.
vroom, yeah, on the Harley, which I have to talk about Wells' joke really quick. So Sam M arrives on a Harley, and he was telling Wells, and like I don't know who was it Jess with him at the bar? Anyways, he was talking about it with some people at the bar, and
Yeah,
he's like, yeah, like Harley from like 67 or
68,
something,
68.
68, and it's the oldest thing I've ever read. And Wells goes, well, the Goldens are coming.
I knew someone would make that joke too, because when he said it, I was like, who's gonna do it? Split second.
Wells is like, you can never not have him on this show.
He's
He is
like,
the comedy gold. Like he's so funny. And like look at our story. He like rips apart half the people on the show. It's so
I
funny.
love it. And I love that
He
he's
doesn't
still
care
there.
anymore.
And
hmm
he is now the older guy too, which I love because now he's also looking at these cast members like their kids, and he's just besides the Goldens, obviously.
hmm
But I love it. Yes, I loved how he went through every group. He's like, Bailey, I feel like she's too good for Jeremy.
Yes. I know.
There's like, yes.
Don't hold back. But yeah, so Sam M is here, and like we gotta give him a little bit of benefit of the doubt. Like, let's see how he does.
Yes.
He's not competing. He just gets to talk to girls.
Mhm.
And of course, he goes after Jess.
Yeah.
She's the little Southern Belle.
Yeah. So they're
Not surprised at all.
yeah, they had a good time actually, and she seemed to like him. But I think
hmm
at the end of the day, after their interesting date, which I thought felt like one of those
God.
dates that you have at the end of The Bachelor or Bachelor,
Yeah, it
when you're
was way
traveling
too much.
somewhere. It
Undress yourself as you're comfortable. Wipe each other with these
was,
like sponges with water, and
and I think
it's
that's
too
a
much. They
reasonable
were both
thing
so uncomfortable.
outside of that, but yeah, they were uncomfortable with it. But they seemed to get along, and she even said she was surprised that she would like him as much as she did.
hmm
But ultimately, I think she felt like Spencer definitely was, she's really into him, attracted to him physically, emotionally, like they're on the same level. And also, he's like the golden retriever, like we were saying.
He's a little safer. But honestly,
Mhm.
that is what you want. Like, what is wrong with a golden retriever? I
There's
feel like
nothing
they're the
wrong with the golden
best.
retriever
They're
for
the
sure.
best.
But I wonder what's going to happen down the
I'm
line.
just,
I think
yeah. Can she stay true to the golden? Because I mean, she's clearly
She deserves, she's the
attracting a lot of
hot.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, do you want to take that opportunity, which is what this is in Bachelor in Paradise, and meet these other guys, or stay truly just to that one guy you met in the first episode, the first day, which he's great. I'm not saying
Yeah.
there's anything wrong with that, but same with him. Like, it's if anyone else comes along. That being said, I feel like
Yes.
he's one of the couples at the end. So,
Um, I
so
mean, if they are, they will have gone through some shit because
yeah, it gets spicy.
the promos, like the
I love it. I love it so much.
oh my
Julia.
God,
I love
like the
it
clips about what's
so
coming.
much. I can't wait.
I
I was
mean,
sitting there
what did we
clapping
see? We
like
saw a makeout booth. Like this is the type of shit Love Island does. Like they are not holding back. We saw twerking. We saw tequila shots. Dale, he appeared to make out with a golden woman.
uh-huh. Yep.
That's
He was like, "Can you
happening.
touch it?"
That's happening.
Yes,
We
guys.
weren't sure if it would happen, but it's
It's happening.
happening.
It's
I
happening.
don't know. We have to hold on to our
And
hats.
what about the Goldens? They were getting spicy with each other too. Yes. I'm here for
So
it.
much twerking. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, I'm not into
I love that they're having
please, the
fun.
golden, the young, I don't know, but I
Well,
kind of
no,
am like
not
not
together, but
surprised Dale
I
would
like
do that.
I like that they're like maybe not together, but like separately doing their own like spiciness. I
I
love
want
it. I
that,
love
but
that for the
they're
Goldens. Like
mixing though right now. We're
they're,
seeing that it's gonna happen.
but you know what, guys? I love the Goldens and whatever works, works. And maybe they're just competitions, like literally, and they're doing it.
Maybe.
Remember, we were saying we don't know if they're actually going to date each other, but they're definitely probably going to do competitions and games,
Yeah.
things together,
Well,
mixers. So
yeah. So
I
we'll
can
see.
see that, yeah. And we got to see from Gary's season of The Golden Bachelor. We saw, oh my gosh, and I love her. She was top three, but she went out top three and she rides motorcycles. She's there.
Leslie?
No,
No.
Leslie's definitely there top two, but
Yeah.
the other,
April's there.
I feel so bad.
I don't know. I'm really not, I don't know their names as
Gonna look it up.
well.
I'm gonna look it up real quick because now I've mentioned it and I feel like I can't not. Golden Bachelor,
Golden's cast Bachelor Paradise.
Gary top three. Um,
Kathy,
Faith.
Kathy.
It was Faith.
Oh, Faith.
Faith, yes. Faith. It looks like Faith is there too, but she's not there in the very beginning, but maybe she's
Oh, okay. Yes, Faith.
there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about that too because she seems to have
Yeah, she was like in
she
the
was
promos, like tearing it up.
And we see Leslie with our other Gary,
Yes.
who we love
They
who
seem to hit
follows
it
us.
off.
Gary. They're on a date. So they're on the first
Mm-hmm.
one-on-one date from Bachelor in Paradise Golden. So that's a big deal, inaugural date. So I'm excited about that, but I'm excited to see our favorite Goldens and
Yeah.
to just have a great time because, they're at a point in their lives where it's like it's not that serious. Oh, and then I have to mention too, one of the Golden guys who was on Joan's season basically says they show that towards the end of the trailer, right? And he was saying something about the youngins, like the young ones. He was like, they just need to like something like they need to get
Loosen up or
stronger or loosen
something.
up. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
love it because
Well,
yeah,
that's what like in the
yeah,
podcast
the
episode we
interview.
did
Mhm.
about the happy hour that I listened to. Yeah, that's kind of what Wells was saying, where it's like the young ones were like more reserved than the older
Taking
people.
themselves too seriously, and it's just kind of like it's okay to
Yeah.
let loose a little. But do we have anything else to add, or?
Well, I mean the
Okay.
biggest twist.
Well, yes, the biggest twist, but
Okay, let me see. I mean, no, not really. I don't think I have anything else to add. Just the biggest twist. Do we want to get into it?
yes,
Do you want to share it or should I?
you do it.
Okay. So again, this is very Love Islandy, and we don't know what it means yet. We don't know like the parameters for how they're gonna win this, but now there's a prize. $500,000, $500,000 in a bag, cash on a table. Jesse says you have the chance to win 500 million or $1,000, and it's like
I was like,
so we don't know. It could be, at the end you can choose $500,000 to keep for yourself or share with your person who you are supposedly
Allegedly.
engaged to,
Yes.
allegedly and supposedly, engaged to at that point,
Yep.
which is Love Island, except there's no engagement in Love Island.
Hmm.
Um, so that's one possibility. Another possibility is like this person could win some sort of prize at the end for some competition at the end. They did say he said something about like the favorite couple or the best couple will win. So maybe that's,
Mm.
again, Love Island-y, but it could be just that, not like the choice thing.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just there, or it could be just simply, you know,
Bag of cash, bag of cash.
yeah, you get cash instead of love if you leave or something. I don't know. So the whole thing is just like a big question mark. Everybody's freaking out. We don't know what it means, but I am excited. Again, this is just so much new stuff.
Yes.
They're really throwing a lot at the wall, but I think a lot is sticking. And
Mhm.
I'm hoping a lot is sticking because we needed something new. It was getting so like I just hated how few games there were, and
Mhm.
like so few dates. Like I'm just glad that they're picking it up more.
Yeah, they're listening, I hope, to people like us and
Hmm.
fans that are like,
Yeah.
you need to up it because they were just laying around the beach most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, I get that they're having conversations, which is important to get to know each other. But as a viewer, it was like, okay.
It's just so much more interesting. And we learn more about these people. Like the compatibility thing, that was fun. We want to feel more invested in
Mhm.
each person, not just like watching them walk around a beach and talk about the same things with each other.
Yeah. I was like, okay. But this is fun and exciting.
Yeah.
And I wanted to mention we noticed that one of our faves, Leia, is in that.
Yes,
So
she is
she shows up.
coming.
Who does she match with?
I know.
They showed her holding hands, but I didn't quite catch who it was.
They'd love to do that
So,
to us.
oh my goodness. We're excited, Leia. You go, girl. I hope you had
The
fun.
only thing that I missed is like I mean, I did say earlier that I'm glad it wasn't as corny, but I did miss like the fun intro. I wonder if they'll do
Oh,
that.
yeah. They played a little
The
bit of
intro they did this
music.
time was
But
super long because it
yes.
was literally introducing every person. But I think this next week I'm excited to see if they have like kind of that old Bachelor in Paradise like intro vibe where like each of them does something very silly. Like I think that would be cute. And then the other thing is like I do kind of miss all the crabs and bugs. Like that was always a like comedic relief, but I'm sure they'll pop up.
There's some bugs, but it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't like,
Yeah, the crabs,
yeah.
the birds.
But it's exciting. I'm happy to see this season. I am actually excited. Honestly, have not been excited with the franchise since
Hmm.
Joey's season. Well, no, Jones season was really good, but I mean, like this, you know what I mean? Like
No,
just,
this is like fresh because Joey's was fresh. They
mhm.
tried different things with that.
Yes,
And it really does like the production,
yes,
like the budget must have been three times the amount of
right,
the last one.
right.
Like
So that's why
it makes a difference. And
maybe take a
it's
break from Bachelor because they were like, we don't have the money left.
aren't they considering doing that? Aren't they skipping it?
They're skipping it, but I
Yeah.
think, like maybe that's one of the reasons they did because they were like, all the money's got to go into Bachelor in Paradise and
Yep.
it's Golden Bachelor, which uh,
Well, Golden Bachelor ran or whatever, walked so Bachelor in Paradise 2.0 could run,
yeah.
you know.
So, well,
But yeah,
okay.
it's exciting.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that's like it. We're gonna be back next week for
Yeah.
the second episode. And guys, we are gonna be recording together and or watching together.
Yeah.
We are in
Next week.
the same area. We are on
Same
the same
same
coast.
time zone,
Yes.
area code,
Oh
kind
my
of.
God, guys. This is
I
crazy.
know,
This
we're
is like
so
when you said
excited.
the time, I was like, oh, 5. And then I was like, wait, no, I am here.
Don't you dare mess that up. That would be a big disaster for us. No, but yeah, it feels great to have you in town, Arena. I cannot wait to hang out like in person, get the kids together.
Yeah, it's the kid.
Yeah, it'll be so
Oh
fun.
goodness, yeah. It'll be so fun, and it's always fun when we get together. So, alrighty,
All right, guys.
this is gonna come out, guys. You're gonna see this soon, drop soon, and
Hmm.
we're excited. Bip is back. Be
All
back
right.
in paradise.
Yes. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.